Language is interesting. Language contains information for us. If you want to.
It's H-Y-D-E and H-I-D-E too.
What's H-Y-D-E?
Is an animal type, but H-I-D-E is to
No.
conceal.
No, but isn't it H-I-D-E also?
Dr. Jekyll?
No, it's Jekyll and Hyde.
That's
Okay.
Jekyll and Jekyll.
So that's like basically the original E equals MC squared. The or becomes or. And then what we can do is we make or with skin, which is hiding. We rev it up. We amplify the frequency of the physical world and rev it up to its energy level. There's even a little phrase in the Gemara in Ketuvot, page 5, where it says, Amar bar kapara gedulim maseh hatzadikim mi maseh HaKadosh Baruch Hu, greater are the deeds of the tzaddikim than the deeds of the Holy One, blessed be He. Which I always understood that He made the world energy into matter, but we take matter and we make it into energy. I hope so. So, in the book I go into how the 39 forms of work that are prohibited on Shabbat, it's not just that we're not allowed to do them. The curse of having gone down into the lower level of doing the 39 forms of manufacture, of working with physical reality to raise it up through human endeavor, that curse goes off and we go back into the state where we unplug ourselves from external technologies and we reconnect to the internal technologies that were there in Eden. And since you don't have you don't need the telephone because you have an inner telephone between us and each other and between us and heaven. And things like that. An inner television. You don't need that. You don't need the external television. You reconnect to Ruach HaKodesh, to divine vision.
You don't have to go far away. Baal Shem Tov felt, and the Rachab felt that Baal Shem Tov left the world.
He what?
Felt that the Baal Shem Tov left the world.
The Or HaChaim?
Yeah.
And the Baal Shem Tov, they all knew when somebody else left the world.
Yeah.
And they found out afterwards, because it took weeks to find the information, but it was confirmed that exactly when they felt it. So there's a different type of communication, an inner communication.
Yeah.
So one more little point before I don't want to drive all of you crazy, but the 39 thing goes that we learned the 39 forms of prohibited work on Shabbat from where? From the Mishkan. So the Mishkan is you're not allowed to do those types of work that were done in the Mishkan, and they split up into 7, 8, 11, and 13. Just like some of us have TTOs where there's 4 sections of 7, 8, 11, and 13 that make 39.
Wow.
And there's 39 letters in all of the Sfirot. From Keter to Malchut, there's 39 letters. So each wind corresponds to a letter, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that we love. There's a DNA here. Anyway, the curse goes off on Shabbat. We connect back to the inner level. The reason that we want to make a temple and a Mishkan is that all the external technologies that we have are fallen technologies that take man away from God, take man away. That's the effect of technology, as I become powerful enough to do things on my own. But the theory is that I believe that technology comes full circle. Towards the end, technology begins to remind us, iPhone, iPad, etc., computers, that of a spiritual reality that we once had, and how to reattain and reaccess that spiritual reality. And so the book is called Technology and the Return to Eden, which is the transition from profane technology to sacred technology as we get closer to the Great Shabbat. So I just want to finish up this, that the temple that we want to build in Yerushalayim, the Mikdash Echtuv, we're going to return to your temple, and our souls are going to sing there. In Yerushalayim, Kata de Shufraya, Yerushalayim, the city of divine beauty, is the temple is a halfway house to Eden. The temple was never meant to be an end in itself. The temple is where we lift up all the 39 forms of human endeavor to the highest level, in order that we can then go back to Eden, but on a higher level than when we were there in the first place. And it'll become Tal. Lot becomes Tal. Switch the letters around, it becomes the dew of resurrection, the rising up of the coming back of the soul into the body in a way that the body doesn't hide the soul anymore, but the soul irradiates the body, that it becomes or. So these Torahs, this Torah of where we came from, this mythical Torah, this is an analogical thinking, allegorical thinking. We came from a higher place, we came down, both historically and also individually. And what we need to do here is to start to amplify the energy of our souls, and to want to do that is a very important thing, so that each one of us and all of us together can start moving towards this great promise that we have. In the meantime, and I'll stop here, but in the meantime, there's this powerful force that's going to try and stop us. And so we have to understand what that force is, and exactly why we can, it has no power of its own. It's only the power that we give it by believing in it. And so all the movies, The Matrix, and a lot of other movies are about how that power has no power of its own, except what we give it, and how to get it back, and to reclaim it, and to start going to the next level. Because we're at a very, very important point now, where we need these inner teachings, and that's what I want to talk about in these 3 weeks. Whether you're here, we're all together or not, but at least you know that's what Abraham Sutton came to New York to do, is to share the Torah of Yerushalayim. And I'm nothing, because who am I? But I'm burning inside with an attempt to understand things on this deep level, and I just wanted to kind of start the ball running. Thank you.
Thank you.